Yeah, everybody, welcome to God Coral. So we are no longer in Massachusetts. We had a crazy trip moving all the tanks and the coral, and so that was kind of exciting. So we'll have some clips of us tearing down the old tank and moving, and we have more coolers now than I would like to admit. But anyway, so this is the new shop. It's still a work in progress. Signs up. Everything's going good, so. Hey, hon. How you doing? All right, so this is the new shop. So you come in, these are the frag tanks. Looks a lot different than their old setup. So the 125 is actually running as a sump for these. It's about 300 gallons of water total. So we have some of our old coral, and then we have got a new shipment in. So here's some nice little look at these. Amazing. The selection of coral down here is so much better. And you actually can go and hand pick it. This is strawberry shortcake. See that? I don't know if video can pick that up, but a lot of times our strawberry shortcake comes in like this, which I don't know if you can see it. I mean, it turns almost like a red color sometimes. But this stuff is actually absolutely gorgeous. It's just white. Looks exactly like what strawberry shortcake should. So anyways, that's super exciting. So we have this system set up. This wall isn't quite done yet, but we had to get the tank set up in here. This is where Ziggy the eel resides. I don't know where he is right now, hiding something.
Oh my gosh. Hey. I tried getting that. Oh my, is it? Okay. Here it is.
He's getting big, isn't he? I clean them all the time in there, but this is our anemone tank, strictly just for growing out anemones. I have a couple of black widows. The rose anemones have been popping, splitting like crazy, so happy about that. This guy's, I'm trying to find his happy spot in here. So now we have an invert section. We ended up picking these tanks up outside of Orlando. These are awesome. So, but now we have a legit cutting station and a packing station. Probably should. We have lights on. You want to turn the lights on over there? Right there. No, right there. Switch is right there. There you go. So we have the RO water right above the sink, so it makes it super easy to do our clean the filters for that. We have water right there so people can come and get water, and we have storage. That's crazy. And then Vic's got her packing station all ready for boxes and everything to ship out, and then we have our cutting station right here, right next to the sink, so that's all ready to go. So, and this is the rest of the shop. So we this is the tote that everything came down in and lived in for a while. So it got damaged on the last day, so it leaked a little bit, but it didn't leak it before, but it developed a small leak right in the drain. Somebody grabbed onto the drain, so we had to cut that off and silicone on that. So we're excited to get this back up and running. But this did great. I mean, if you ever are moving and you got to do a temporary tank, these things are awesome. So here's the 250. Her stand's all freshly painted and new piece of plywood on there. She's on rollers right now, but this is where she'll live. And then we got to finish her. She'll be the last one to get set up, so no hurry on getting her set up. So, all right, let's see. The 90's up and running, and then we have the 125 running. So this will be obviously the SBS tank. We'll have all those in. These only been running for about a month, so we're letting this cycle. We're kind of going slow with this one, letting it do its thing. So this will be the LPS tank. Like I said, over there is Frags tank. So we'll probably have, you know what I mean, $20 frags. We already have some $20 frags in there for people when they come. Great selection right there. So we have, I don't know, about 30 frags right there that people can grab. We'll be getting more as we go, but we're just making sure all the systems are up. So this is new for us. This is our fish system, which is crazy. We've never had, well, we had a fish system, but it was a little bit different. And the biggest problem is we ended up using this system right here. So we had this tank, 90-gallon acrylic tank we were going to do the fish out of, but it wasn't going to work out. So we ended up picking this one up with the other one in Orlando, and so this will be system 3. I forgot how many, 4 or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems we'll have total. So this has been up and running, so it's going good. We got a skimmer on it. We did the 2-part sump on there. I was going to order one that was 6 feet long, but this works just fine. And so this has been running. So we got some blennies in there. So now we're going to be selling fish, which is awesome. But it's so important with fish that you end up having separate places for them, so you can monitor whether they're eating, and you know, if we medicate everything when we come in. So everyone goes into quarantine and gets medicated, and before we let anything go out the door, make sure it's golden. So, and then we have a larger tank over here for larger tanks, or so if we order one in, so that's all hooked in to there. So then we have the lobster tank. We picked this up just before we left. Wife was not thrilled about me buying something more when we were getting ready to move everything, but we picked this up. We've had that running, and the chiller works really good in it, but we ended up, Florida's a little different. You can't really, we were playing around with running everything on chillers, but we decided it would just be easier to AC the whole room, because it does get a little colder down here than we thought. Last week it was down to 50s over the night. Well, actually for 4 days it was in the 50s. So we ended up deciding that it was just easier to run AC in the whole entire place and be able to do it that way. So we've insulated these walls and blacked out all the walls with plywood, so it'll be easy to screw things to it. And so we got 3 sides done, so we'll just have the back section to do, and then this wall. So that'll be the next agenda. Once this is these tanks are totally golden, we'll pull these down real quick, insulate the wall, plywood it, and paint it, and then we'll paint the plywood outside, let it dry, and then bring it in and get that wall done, and then I'll put it Humpty Dumpty back together. So but yeah, so this is our garage right now, but this will end up being the frag, or where the big tanks go. So this door is there. This door out here will be getting closed in, in this. They'll just have a man door, and then the entire room here will be the tanks that we just picked up. So let me go show you that. So there'll be 2 huge large tanks right in here, and they'll take up this entire 25 by 12 foot room. So this is a 350 gallon that we picked up for RO water. That'll work out great. So yeah, so these 2 tanks, they're about 750 gallons, 24 inches tall, by 8 feet by 6 feet wide. So these will be where we do a lot of our farming and let frags grow out and keep our mother colonies and stuff. So, yep. So that'll be phase 3. We're on phase 1 and 2, so we'll get everything up and running here, and then as we get going, we'll close that section in and get that ripping and going. So anyways, this is God Coral. It's update. Everything's going good. We got everything running. So if you're looking for amazing coral, remember we can ship to all 48 states. No Hawaii. We found the other day that they weren't too thrilled with us shipping coral. They end up confiscating the coral. So that's a no-go on Florida, or not Florida, Hawaii. So yeah, we can ship to all 48 states, and we'll be having the anemones and inverts up on our website. So let us know if you guys are looking for Achilles tang or something crazy. We can get those now too. So gem tangs we can get. So, but yeah. So it's good to have everything up and running. It's good to have an actual really nice place to be able to move around and have different systems going. So, all right, gotta grow up.